Let's give people something new to talk about. So a few years ago, I found myself struggling with this issue and I was angry about it. And it's going to sound silly, but I'm going to share it anyway. The church that I pastor used to be named something else and they changed the name about 30 years ago. I've only been there for 13, so the name change happened well before my time. I promise this will help you, so hang on. So when people would meet me out, they would say, "Oh, you're the pastor from such and such," calling it by its former name from 30 years ago. And after the 999th time, I was sick of explaining it. One day I was in my office complaining to God about it, and he gently whispered this: "They're going to keep calling you by the old name until you give them a reason to call you by a new name." Well, isn't that something? So I said, "Well, Brian, it's time to get to work." I guess I have been complaining about it more than I've been doing something about it. Ever since then, we've worked really hard to give people new things to talk about. And in doing so, I rarely hear the old name mentioned anymore. Now, you may find yourself struggling with people knowing you by what you used to be. And I understand your frustration. But Isaiah 43 says, "See, I'm doing a new thing. It springs up. Don't you perceive it?" In other words, God's like, "I'm doing something new in you. Come on, let's get it." It takes time for my life to reflect the new heart that Christ gives me. So until then, they're going to keep calling you what you used to be until you show them who you are now. They'll keep connecting you to your past until you show them what God has done in you in the present. So it's time for you to give people something new to talk about. Let's do this.